Hello, my name is Bilal Hussain and I am the Assistant Marketing Manager for the University of Hertfordshire. So today I've been tasked with bringing you up to date on what we, the university, want from you and what your company can do for us. Just to start us off, actually, I have already conducted some secondary research myself, and today I'm going to show you the results, just to try help you understand the challenges that the UK higher education sector faces. The list was pretty extensive, but I've managed to narrow it down to the three main issues that I feel matter to the UK the most. The first is that the number of poor students dropping out of university has increased and it's actually at a 5-year all-time high. The increase in fees may also have had an influence on students' decisions about finishing their degree. So even whilst they're studying at university, they feel like they cannot afford it. Another finding is that universities seem to be failing the poorer students as they tend to be less caring and less engaged directly with the student once the course actually starts. We, again, as a university, definitely want to look into this further as it will help improve our university relationship with students, and future applicants would definitely appreciate this. The second challenge that the UK higher education sector faces is that students feel they're not getting enough value for the degree and the money they're paying, so it doesn't match up for them. The figure has since doubled from 18% to 34% since 2012, when higher fees was first introduced. This is a very big issue and is likely to get much worse as tuition fees rise in line with inflation year on year. Students feel very frustrated as they feel the price keeps ballooning up and just keeps going up and up, but everything else stays the same for them. It's clear to see students want more from universities, but as universities, it's quite hard to tell what more they want of, what do they want more of, and that's what we would like to find out. The third challenge, and probably the biggest, is Brexit and the impact it would have on students from the EU applying to UK universities. Brexit is already not a great look for the UK as it makes us look distant and not very welcoming to foreign students. Secondary research seems to indicate once the UK leaves, EU students will find it much harder to apply and gain entry into the UK. They could even be classed as Technically, they could even be classed as international students and be charged much higher fees, and this again will, put off future EU applicants as the cost of living here and studying is way too much. However, although figures have gone up for EU applications here in the UK, I believe the secondary data seems to indicate this is mostly due to a weaker pound, hence the cost of living here has fallen and is much more attractive to foreign students and EU students. I also believe it's a sort of last minute attempt to take advantage of the UK still being in the EU for the time being and the funding that it brings for them. As after Brexit, there won't be any more funding for EU students studying in the UK from the UK government and the EU as a whole. Brexit will definitely be a big factor for the UK higher education as it also impacts their funding as well. All in all, Brexit will definitely sort of be a negative impact for the UK's higher education sector, and it definitely will impact future applications for any university. So, based on the secondary research I've carried out, I've set up these are the three research objectives I've chosen. The first is to explore why students from poor backgrounds drop out before graduating. This is more of a qualitative research style. The second is to identify why students feel they're not getting enough value for their money. And the last one is to measure the impact Brexit will have on the number of EU student applications. This is a more of a quantitative style research. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for listening. And just a quick note, if you have any queries, please feel free to drop me an email. using the email address below. Thank you.